This White Sox versus Twins series is presented by Explore Minnesota Tourism. Whippy's so hungry he's pointing at the screen. Burgers frying up and grilling before the game as tailgaters get ready for game number 2 between the Sox and the Twins. Thanks for joining us. Chuck Garfien will be with us in a moment. Jason Benetti, Tom Paciorek, who's very hungry today. Look, when you're down 5-1 in the game, you have to do the little things right in order to make the comeback happen. Sox did that last night.
Yeah, well, the 2-run homer by Daniel Polko really ignited the offense for a while. But what you have to do to win close ball games, Jason, we all know you got to manufacture. There you see the stolen base by Adam Engel, and he very alertly gets up on the errant throw. He gets to third with less than 2 outs, and that sets the stage for Yolmer Sanchez to pick up an easy RBI. That run was very important to the outcome of this ball game. And there you see Engel again with a nice sacrifice bunt, moving that runner over to third base. And then Matt Davidson, he's the one guy that tomahawked that high fastball last night against Odorizzi. And you can see Abreu not running real fast, but he got there, scored the run.
Oh, those legs were churning, though.
They were churning.
Got the job done. Young pitchers tonight, Carson Fulmer, Jose Barrios. Great pitching matchup.
It is. You know, Carson Fulmer really had a bad outing. I remember watching that game in Oakland, and since then he has been very, very good. Now, you're looking at Barrios. Now, this guy has got big-time stuff. He's got no-hit ability. You can see what he did against the White Sox on April 12th. 7 innings, just 3 hits, 11 Ks with no walk. That big breaking ball is a real pain, especially the right-handed hitters, but he can also pitch effectively to lefties. So he's a good one, but he hasn't been real good of late as you look at that 0-2 record. And Carson has really come back in his last couple of starts, 2-0 with an outstanding 1.38 ERA.
I just have to thank you, by the way, for sitting for this open, so I don't look like I'm 5'2" today. Nice adjustment. Thank you for that. Sox and Twins coming up. Game number 2 on the way from Guaranteed Rate Field. Yolmer Sanchez had quite the night last night. There's the RBI ground out, and he was so welcomed by the dugout, and everybody left, so he high-fived himself. Jumping grab, and then on Trace Thompson's home run, it was a prelude. Yolmer high-fiving himself. He does his own bat. Got hit with Trace's helmet, too. The ups and downs of Yolmer.
NBC Sports Chicago is brought to you in part by Toyota. Tested, trusted, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. By Lexus, who encourages you to experience amazing. And by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, hold true.
Beautiful day for a little beanbag toss with the kids here at the ballpark. Guaranteed rate field to site. Sox trying to win 2 in a row against Minnesota. And the good news is we're going to play 2 in a row against Minnesota. The weather is good enough. And here's Paul Molitor's Webb Auto Group starting lineup for the Twins. A lot different. Joe Mauer at the top of the card for just the 13th time in his career. Dozier and Kepler, Rosario, Escobar, Morrison. A lot of lefties here. Adrianza, the shortstop, Castro, the catcher, and Ryan Lamar, the center fielder, as we show you the defensive setup for the Sox, presented by UI Health. Delmonico, Garcia, and Palka. Yolmer at third, Tim at short, Yohan at second. Back in the lineup, Abreu and Narvaez. And the starting pitcher, Wimpy.
Here's our Lexus Experience Amazing starting pitcher, Carson Fulmer, coming off an outstanding outing in his last 2 times out. His numbers aren't real good when you look at him, but when he cuts down on his walk total, he's very, very good. Coming back with 3 very strong outings since that real tough one in Oakland about a month ago.
Yeah, he was really good last time out. 7 innings at Kansas City, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and he just demeanor-wise looked like he was totally in control. We're underway. Strike 1 to Joe Mauer. We talked about it yesterday. Lineups are changing, and Joe Mauer at the top of the card is not something you would have seen 15 years ago.
Oh, no. Well, Bryce Harper is the leadoff for the Washington Nationals, too.
Stop the presses. Joe Mauer went the opposite way. 1 down here in the first.
There. How about our friends in blue, the umpires? Corey Blazer at home plate. Stu Sherwater is at first base. Chad Whitson at second. And crew chief Jerry Cedarstrom is at third. The men in blue.
Walking the beat tonight on a beautiful night for baseball.
Oh, my. Best night you guys have had so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anywhere?
Yeah. Road, home,
30
neutral.
days to get there, so 30 games.
1 down for Dozier. Do you have the ability to control the weather?
Do not.
You don't. I knew you had magic in that bag of yours.
Nothing supernatural going on here. Nothing natural either.
It's all planned. 0-2 on Brian Dozier. Dozier has hurt the Sox in the past. Just 1 for 4 yesterday, though. And the lone hit. Should say 0 for 5 yesterday for Dozier. Lone hit for him and Mauer was a base hit in the 7th in Mauer's last at bat.
Yeah, those 2 guys have got to produce if Minnesota's going to do anything. Dozier's one of those guys. Usually it's leadoff, and you count on him for about 30 homers a year. He's done that. Kind of wondered though, Jason, this is his free agent year, so you always put a little bit more pressure on yourself. I'm going to get some big bucks now.
It's hard to get out of your mind.
Yeah, well, especially now in this day and age when they're not offering all that big money.
Well, some people who make $9.50 an hour might dispute that.
Well,
but
yes. Good pitch.
2-2. It stays on Dozier. This roster is an interesting one. There are a bunch of guys on 1-year contracts for Minnesota. So as you get to the trade deadline, there's a decision to make, certainly. Two balls, 2 strikes from Carson Fulmer to Brian Dozier. And he stays alive. I'll show you what Carson Fulmer likes to feature on the mound. Old number 51, former first-round pick of the Sox. Mostly four-seam fastball, 26% cutter. The curveball has not shown its face very much, and the changeup has been successful in spots for him.
Well, that cutter and curve kind of combined every once in a while, and it looks like a slurve. Good pitch, in on the hands. Well, they're playing Dozier. Dozier's a pull hitter, especially on the ground. 3 guys on the left side of the infield. And he's trying to go long ball most of the time. He's a career just 250 hitter. I thought he was higher than that. But he swings hard in case he hits it.
Yes, he does. We've seen enough leadoff homers.
Oh, yeah.
Opposite way, right field line, and this is down for a hit for Dozier. Some oppo power for him. He's going for 3. And Brian Dozier has a 1-out triple, his first 3-base hit of the year.
Little bit of trouble finding that baseball in that right field corner. Of course, you're playing him to pull, and when he slices this one away from you, Polka gets the ball a little bit tougher play for him on the backhand side, and then the ball skips away from him. And good hustle. A lot of guys are standing at second base, but right there, Dozier, he plays really hard. So he gets to third for a possible easy RBI for Max Kepler.
Boy, he turned it on about halfway between first and second.
He did. He was thinking third pretty much all the way.
So now Kepler, infield mostly back, so Kepler with a ground ball would drive in that run. Dozier, for his career, hits 18.5% of the baseballs that he hits the opposite way. So that's rare.
But yeah.
Fouled away by Kepler, ball and a strike.
Well, one of the positive things about Carson Fulmer is he's got deception in his delivery. I liked him when I saw him pitching at Vanderbilt. I knew he's all arms and kneecaps. Even though he isn't that big, he does have that deception. He'll throw his elbows out there, and maybe that 94-mile-an-hour fastball will appear a little bit quicker to the eye of the hitter. Whoa.
First base, nice stab.
Oh,
Abreu and Dozier didn't go, so 2 down. Dozier still at third.
Great play. That ball was scalded by Kepler. He thought he had a double and an RBI. Not so fast, though. Abreu was playing somewhat in, a little bit past the bag, and very alertly thinking, okay, if he's going home, I'm going to gun him out. But Dozier, very alertly at 2 at third base, didn't go. But here's a tough out right here in Rosario.
Yeah, he is a difficult guy to get out. Rosario, in last night's game, a run scored, an RBI double. What is it as a hitter? You see Carson Fulmer, and you said all arms and kneecaps. What makes it difficult to see him?
Well, he's not one of those cookie cutter type. Ball. Oh, somebody got to make a play there. But he's not one of those cookie cutter type, like, you know, he comes straight over the top, shows you the ball immediately. He turns his back to the hitter nicely, and that complements that deception. He's kind of like a throwback. You know, guys in the 80s and 70s used to pitch like that all the time. There's a Vandy man. Oh, that Vandy man can.
Do you think he mixes it with love?
I think he does. If he caught it, he did.
Oh, 1. Look, I know you're a Michigan guy.
Yeah.
This is the anniversary. It's been 8. Well, from Michigan.
Right.
You went to Houston.
Right.
It's been 8 years to the day. You're talking about the foul ball, to the day of Ernie Harwell's passing. So maybe tonight we could make up some stories about the people who catch the foul balls.
Oh, that man was from Hamtramck.
Ernie always knew.
Yeah, he always knew. 8 years, boy, I'll tell you what, he was one of the great ones. And he stood there like the house on the side of the road. Strike 3. No one can do Ernie.
Is there any impersonation that you can't do?
Well, there's none I haven't tried.
Dozier at third, 1 and 2. Fouled away. Eddie Rosario, in recent memory, has done some really nice things for Minnesota. Last 7 games, 3 homers, 3 doubles. You don't want to hang a breaking ball to him.
Oh, no. He got a pretty good pitch to hit right there down the middle. Unfortunately, Carson had some giddy up on that fastball. This guy's a good hitter.
Ball and 2 strikes. Dozier at third, 2 down. Another foul ball.
Yeah, I was really excited when Carson was drafted #1 by the White Sox because, in my opinion, which I'm not the greatest scout in the world, I thought that he was the best player that I had seen eligible to be drafted in 2015. I really liked him. I was really happy for the Sox.
Comes from a great program. Vanderbilt and Tim Corbin there do a great job developing talent ready for Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Well, Dansby Swanson's really having a good year for the Braves. Former #1 pick from Vanderbilt.
Walker Buehler with the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah. Get it.
Yolmer making friends as always.
Dig out.
A visit from #5. Dozier stranded at 3rd. And here comes Barrios. The best lineup of Chevys, Fords, Mitsubishis, Genesis, and Hyundais at the best price. Go to webcars.com. Okada back in the lineup after the hamstring issue. Sanchez, Abreu, Delmonico, Davidson, Polka, Garcia, Anderson, and Narvaez. And the defensive setup for the Twins presented by UI Health. Rosario, Lamar, and Kepler. Escobar, Adrianza, Dozier, and Mauer at first. Jason Castro manning Mauer's former position. And on the mound, Whippy, is Jose Barrios.
Yeah, he's our Lexus Experience amazing starting pitcher, Jose Barrios. He's good.
I walked you into that wall. We didn't have
Get up.
Fly ball to left. We didn't have time to get the Lexus thing in, so you're going to have to do it now.
Okay. Here's our Lexus Experience amazing pitcher, Barrios, 23 years old, 2-3, 3.63 earned run average, but that is a bit deceiving. He's been rocked his last couple of ball games, as we saw in the open. But that one outing he had against the White Sox earlier on the 12th of April, he pretty much had no hit stuff that night.
That breaking ball, I mean, you saw the highlights in the open.
It just keeps digging and digging.
That was part of back-to-back starts. I mean, that start and then the Cleveland start following that, and that was in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
His homeland. 14 innings, 6 hits, 16 strikeouts, no walks, back-to-back starts.
And then he really struggled right after Puerto Rico. I don't know if that's coincidence or not. You know, maybe just being a little bit deflated after using up so much energy in that game against Cleveland in Puerto Rico.
He and Francisco Lindor, that series, were just running all over the place.
Yeah, that's true.
Taking care of so many people, and it meant so much to them. But you take that atmosphere and you bring it back to the United States, and it's not the same liveliness.
Right. Yeah, the energy level had to be down a bit.
Yolmer gets the butt down. Barrios is on his knees, and it's not caught. Yolmer's safe.
Oh, Barrios is mad, too. He looks like an athlete out there. He got to that ball. Boy, he pounced on that. It was a good bunt. Sanchez didn't give it away. And look at Barrios. He's mad because he probably would have had him, even though Sanchez runs well. The little bit of a slide. And Maurer can't make the pick, but Yolmer would have been safe anyway.
1 on, 1 out. Abreu coming up. What a day for Yolmer Sanchez yesterday. He ends up with 2 driven in. And then the celebration to beat all celebrations at home plate.
Never before seen by this broadcaster.
Yeah, right. I mean, who dumps the Gatorade bucket on themselves?
I haven't seen it. Boy, I'll tell you, I like what the Sox are doing. They're trying to jump on this guy early. You know, the better the pitcher, the earlier you got to get him, because you let him hang around, get deep in the count, and he's got your number. I like this.
And if you're talking about adjustments, I mean, he was 0-1, 0-2 that whole start a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, and you know, and everybody says, well, you got to get his pitch count up. Pitch count, yeah, you'll be pitch counting all right when you're counting the 3rd strike and going back to the dugout.
Count your steps back to your seat.
Yeah, you get a first pitch fastball in the zone, you better hit it. Put it in play. This guy's really good. He's got deception too. He throws elbow out there, and you know, I like when he comes straight over his head on the windup, but even from the stretch, he's got deception. And you can tell how good he is by the reaction of the hitters.
Safe the call, very close. Yolmer was back. You can always tell how close the play is at first by how loud and how starkly the umpire makes the call. Because if it's not that close, he says safe. Let's do Sherwater. Twins are checking to see if they want to challenge.
Wow.
It being that early in the game, you wouldn't imagine so. And Stu says, hey, lay off.
Leave me alone, will you?
A 1. Foul ball. Here's what Barrios will feature. We told you a little bit about that breaking ball. 29% of the time you'll see that. 4-seamer, 2-seamer, and a little bit of a changeup. But the wipeout pitch, the curveball.
Oh, it's nasty. And it breaks so much you almost don't want to call it that curveball, because the curveball to me is more of a 12-6 thing. That thing just breaks straight across the plate. It can break a 1.5 foot.
Yeah, you said slurred before the game.
Yeah.
Tipped foul by Abreu. 37 curveballs against the Sox in that last start. 11 times the Sox swung and missed at the curveball itself.
I would have thought there'd be more than that. You had a good curveball last night. We saw that Presley guy, Ryan Presley. Boy, that was filthy.
Sharp.
I was glad they took him out after 1 inning.
Do you know who else was glad? Trace Thompson.
Trace Thompson. Yep.
Pitch out. Nothing doing. Well, you say curveball and you have the Twins playing in your ballpark, you can't help but think of Bert Blyleven.
Oh boy. Best I've ever seen.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, he humiliated a lot of hitters in his day, and I still can't understand why it took him so long to get him into the Hall of Fame, because none of the writers hit off of him.
Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense.
He had 280 some victories, you know, and I don't ever remember him being on the disabled list.
No, he pitched a lot of innings. I was looking at it last year. I mean, he was a very durable pitcher.
Oh boy.
But they don't even throw curveballs like that. And that was true 12-6.
Yeah, yeah. Or he could change. Good take right there. He could change it too. He could start the ball behind your head and break it on the outside corner.
Is that right?
Believe me, I knew, because I fell down one time, and I think it was either Ken Kaiser or Ron Luciano punched me out on that one. Crawled back to the dugout.
While you were on the ground.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here. No, he was fantastic. Came to the big leagues at about 18, wasn't he? 19 at the oldest.
I think so.
Oh boy, he hung it.
Jose drills it. Left center field. Gone! Woo! Time for our Ford home run replay right off the bat. Toast.
Now, look at that right there. That was a hanging breaking ball right about belt high, and he did not miss it. Boy, he pulled those hands in nicely because that was on the inner half of the plate, and he hits it a mile. Saw that exit velocity, 106 miles an hour. A Ford home run replay, and there was a no-doubter.
Boiler up on the catch, and with that home run, there will be another generous donation from the Alex Nellius family in loving memory of Ursula, and that's not the breaking ball, the one that Abreu just hit. That's not the one we saw in Minneapolis.
Right. I believe. I bet he didn't throw one ball like that.
I don't think so.
Well, it took a good hitter like, you didn't naturally have to hit that ball out of the ballpark. You can pop that pitch up, but it really was a good pitch to hit, which you don't see that very often from him.
Jose is so good at getting those hands around on a ball close to the inside corner.
Yeah, as Hawk would say, he short arms, alligator arms, like when Hawk's going after a check.
You deal with you. That's going to come back to you on Sunday, by the way. You and Hawk are reuniting on Sunday, so
right.
He's listening. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Barrios, and Nicky hits it skyward. Two down. Isn't it interesting how a walk-off just kind of energizes the team? So often you see the next inning or early in the next game, you turn it into more runs and the thing snowballs.
Yeah. And when you're walking off the field as the loser, boy, I'll tell you what, that is just deflating as anything you can ever imagine. So last night was really much needed, much deserved for the team, and it's carried over to today so far. Braves got a chance to be on the post-game show, doesn't he? That great defensive play in the first inning, and now he's got a 2-run homer under his belt.
He does. See who Chuck Garfien decides to pull on over. Clubhouse leader, as they say. Matt's gotten a steady diet of high fastballs in this series.
Yeah. Well, he hit that double off the right field wall yesterday. Boy, in order to hit that high fastball, you got to keep that back shoulder up. You dip the back shoulder, you're dead. And you got to get your hands above the ball. Oops.
Davidson into center field. Like that.
Well, every time good hitters get jammed. And Matt looks like he's really improved. He's much more selective at the plate, as you pointed out last night. And he's getting, when he gets jammed, it's not a bad thing. Sometimes you fight it off for a hit.
Daniel Palka, last night, you mentioned this in our open. This was the trigger for the rally. Sox were down 5-1. His 2-run homer makes it 5-3 and 112 miles an hour. Then it's going to get out in a hurry. And it did.
Oh, it was Palka time all night long after that.
If Abreu doesn't do the post-game show, maybe we can get Frankie Yankovic or part of his family.
That's Phil Niekro's favorite.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Frankie Yankovic.
Frankie Yankovic?
Oh, yeah. I think he sits in with them every once in a while. A good friend, Phil Niekro. Hall of Famer, I might add.
Yeah. So you could trash him, and then you...
No. Well, I say every time I'm with him, Phil, I say, he won 325 games. If he didn't have guys like me playing behind him, he'd probably won 400 or 500. That
is strike 3. So the music stops pretty quickly on the polka here in the first. Jose Abreu to Daniel's music. Get out the squeeze box, Mom. 2-0 Sox after 1. The hold true moment later in tonight's game, and we'd like to welcome all our viewers watching on F&B Communications in Wheatland, Iowa.
Wheatland? Yes. They got all my money in Wheatland.
They do? I told you I watched you guys growing up. Old habits die hard, man. It's a strike to Escobar.
This guy's like a little gnat, isn't he? What a pest. Good player. Put him anywhere.
He's the nicest gnat you could possibly imagine, too. Genuinely great guy, good player.
He's a gamer.
Ball and a strike on Eduardo Escobar. That ball's creamed.
Gone.
Maybe he's not that nice of a guy.
Jeez.
Way up the seats, 2-1.
My goodness, now you know why he's hitting. Well, last night he hit cleanup. Tonight he's hitting fifth, 298. He's over 300 now with 5 homers and 15 runs batted in. So he's really giving them a chance because most of the other guys aren't hitting. There's a breaking ball. It didn't appear to be that bad, but Escobar knew he got it. Boy, nice swing, good hit right there on contact, and he got the hit out there.
It's our Ford home run replay, and the battle was on. Escobar with home run number 5, RBI number 15. And here is Logan Morrison, who, along with Jake Odorizzi earlier today, got an opportunity to go to Rush University Medical Center and visit with a former teammate, Danny Farquhar, in the hospital. Danny still recovering from that ruptured aneurysm. And the great news is Danny got up to hug the guys. They had, from the stories we've read, long baseball conversation with Danny. So he is doing as well as could be imagined. From the report from Logan and Jake Odorizzi, Danny is in good enough spirits to say that he didn't want to be on the 60-day DL, jokingly.
Well, that's great. That's great of those guys, too.
Well, they played together in Tampa. As Palka makes the catch for out number 1, they played together in Tampa, and they didn't know until this morning whether or not they could go. And then one of them was inside. The other one was sitting out in the waiting room, got called in. And so Danny getting a chance to commiserate with his former teammates, and he's in all of our thoughts. What a scary moment it was. But tell you what, best case scenario so far in his recovery.
That's wonderful. Thank goodness he was here.
Yes.
And around those medical staff.
Ball 1 to A-Ray Adrianza. I've heard from so many people in the baseball community, Kent Merker, Peter Gammons.
Oh, yeah.
Who've dealt with similar things. 1-0. It's downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Such a young pitching staff for the Sox. Fulmer and Lopez and Giolito in their early 20s.
Yeah. And more guys along the way. Oh, boy.
That does sit down for a hit for A-Ray Adrianza. And Castro coming up. We'll set the menu for what you're going to see in tonight's telecast. Sox history, Ray Durham. I bet you that involves leadoff home runs.
Matches Rock Reigns. Interesting.
Solarte, and also a new game. It's a spin-off of Sticks and Stone, where we quiz Steve about his career. We're calling it Twigs and Tom.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's the off-brand version. We're going to quiz you about your own career, but you may have had a hint earlier today.
I forgot.
You forgot the hint, or you forgot everything from earlier today? Strike 1 to Castro.
70 is the new 90. Remember that.
That's right. You got that bumper sticker?
I got a T-shirt.
Goes along with your Bill Melton shirt?
Like, yeah, I'll wear them on alternate days.
Oh, goodness. Minnesota 10-17 coming into today. The Twins have been walked off. This is almost hard to believe. 5 times in 27 games this year.
Ooh.
5 walk-off losses.
So they've lost some really tough games as well.
Throw to first. Adrianza back. They're not going to run a lot. 12 stolen bases all year in 27 games. So one every couple of days. A 1. Fireworks after the game. That'll be fun. Post-game show coming directly from our booth, so Chuck and Bill are going to scramble in here and kick us out real fast.
Okay.
Look out for Chuck. He throws elbows.
Ooh. What about Belton Bill?
He's tame. Until you call him tame, then he whacks you one. 0-2. It remains on Castro. Your 2018 Chicago White Sox are presented by Guaranteed Rate, your home team throughout the season and the official mortgage provider of the Chicago White Sox. Get started today at rate.com. Carson trying to figure out how to dispose of these Twins with 2 strikes.
Jason Castro's come on some hard times, especially offensively. He was an all-star for the Astros back in 2013.
The breaking ball inside, 1-2. Very cerebral player out of Stanford.
I'll tell you, a former Twins catcher that's tearing up the National League now is Kurt Suzuki. Boy, he would be the all-star catcher right now, I believe.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. He's always been a good player. I've always liked him, even when he was with Minnesota and Oakland, too. Good player all around. Yes.
Check swing. I think he went.
Yes,
so did you.
Did.
Strike 3 and a big time for Carson Fulmer. And 2 out.
Strikeout number 1 on a high fastball. And, yeah. From the side, let's take another look. Castro, yeah, he went.
You know, if you're looking at the scouting report on Carson Fulmer, it's going to read that he likes to throw pitches low and low out of the zone. He does not use that high fastball nearly as much as some other pitchers this day and age. And there, he climbs for a strikeout at Castro here in the 2nd inning. So if you look at what he threw in his last start, 10 pitches up and out in the whole start at Kansas City, and he's all over that low part of the zone.
Yeah. Well, especially with the breaking ball. You don't want to hang that. That was a good fastball right there. That was a 2-seamer riding in. 93 miles an hour. Good location, good speed, and good deception.
Clubhouse a couple weeks ago, he was showing his grip on his fastball, and he holds his 2nd finger on that fastball at an angle to the right, and he gets extra run.
Oh, okay.
But he's one of those guys, you look at the fastball, it's never straight.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's key. Movement is much more important than velocity. And I think deception is too. Make them think it's faster than it really is.
Who's the guy that you faced that had the most movement on the fastball?
Oh, boy.
Who dropped by Omar. And Adrianza to 2nd.
Ooh, get him. He was thinking about going to 2nd. Pass ball is what the call is. Who comes to mind whose fastball used to run all over the plate was Mickey Lolich.
Is that right?
Tiger. Yeah, I just remember facing him when he was with the Mets. I'm thinking, good grief, the thing's all over the place. Of course, there were guys that were somewhat cheating when they.
Somewhat cheating?
Somewhat. A little bit here, a little there.
How do you somewhat cheat?
Mickey really was the guy that I think it was more natural with him. Yes.
You know, Mickey, Jace Fry just came up for the Sox today. Minaya goes down to AAA. Mickey is the all-time innings pitched leader for people born in the state of Oregon. How about that?
Mickey Oliches?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was from Oregon. I knew he rode a motorcycle to work every day, and he had a Dunkin' Donut franchise. And he looked like he had a Dunkin' Donut franchise.
Well, I'm not going to ask the follow-up to that. Oh, because he could just put him away?
Denny McClain, I know, had a high-riding fastball. He was a high ball pitcher.
I thought you were going to say Denny also had a Dunkin' Donuts.
No.
3-1 on Lamar. Into center field, and it dunks in to tie the game.
Well, there's where that pass ball allowed him to get in a scoring position. So we are even right off the end. I said earlier, there's a lot of hits off the handle. This time, he pulls off from the pitch badly and just kind of flips it over the infield. So some bad luck right there for the Sox. Now that you're down to the top, and you're at the top of the order, you flip the lineup for Joe Mauer.
Who grounded out to shortstop his first time. That was not a terrible pitch by Carson Fulmer that got poked into center.
Oh, no, that had movement. Like we talk about, you wanted that type of movement, and he certainly stayed away from the barrel of the bat.
Fouled away, 0-2. Got a couple tweets for you that we're going to share throughout the game.
Okay.
Seems as though the White Sox are going to bring some food up for you later on.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you were talking about wanting to get the opportunity to have some of the food from around the park last night.
It was. It's fantastic. You know, you start with the Roy Rivas in the media room, and then you go to the Bertucci boys. Fantastic. Yes.
He did go. That's strike 3. Good breaking ball snapped off by Carson Fulmer to finish off the Twins, who tied the game in this second inning.
Sox MasterCard debit card. Only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Sox to learn more. Member of the FDIC, and the game is official. Bobby Bertucci's here from the fabulous patio.
He's got a bag of stuff.
Good.
Doesn't look exactly like the tote bag that you get from the telethon.
We will be full though.
Oh yeah,
it's great food. Great food.
It's another breaking ball that stayed up, and Maurer leaves it to Dozier to get the out. Maurer was crossing in front to make the play.
Yeah. Boy, that's a good play by Barrios also to get over. There's a jam shot. And I don't know what Joe Maurer was thinking right there. He's running decoy.
He looked like a pass pattern.
Well, you know, maybe Dozier called him off. I don't, because it was an easier throw from the second baseman, as the first baseman would have to probably turn his body a little bit. That was weird.
Looked like one of those rub routes that they call offensive pass interference on in the NFL.
Exactly. To your own team.
It's a strike to Tim Anderson. That's the breaking ball. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That sweeps through the zone.
There's a fastball too. 93 miles an hour after you see that breaking ball. But what happened right there, that was a backup slider that he threw to, or curveball if you want to call it, to Abreu. Ball just kind of spun up there, and Jose took advantage of it. You have to hit those mistakes.
Especially if the Sox are as aggressive as they started this game out against Barrios. He's going to be around a while. In terms of pitch count, at least.
Right. Yeah, these are the guys you got to battle them. And that's, you know, if he makes a great pitch on you with that breaking ball, you could be looking for it and you're still not going to hit it. So you might as well go up there and look for the fastball and hit it. Oh boy. See, that's what I always thought about when facing Blyleven. I mean, why look for something you can't hit? I mean, he could tell me it's coming and I'm not going to hit it. But I felt like, you know, you'd have a reasonable chance to make contact of some sort on the fastball, which was still very good in the mid to upper 90s.
Oh, to first, and Maurer. White Sox fans, celebrate your Italian roots with Italian Heritage Night, presented by Beggar's Pizza, when the Sox take on the Texas Rangers Friday, May 18th. Italian Heritage Night will feature specially priced tickets and a post-game fireworks show. To purchase tickets, visit whitesox.com/Italy.
Are you going to observe it?
Look, I'm part of the festivities, I think.
Oh, great.
Yeah, Benetti.
That's a nice.
2 down.
You should throw out the first pitch on that game.
I think I will never throw out the first pitch for any game.
Okay.
Unless it's bocce night.
Ooh.
I'll roll it out.
That's the Italian. Well, bowling is the Polish national sport, so bocce is the Italian. Is that what?
I think so. Yeah.
All my relatives bowl. That's
is
what
that
we
right?
do. That's what we do.
You don't?
No, I used to. You got to be in 3 leagues though to be official.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Some families got to be on time for dinner. Got to be nice to the siblings. Your family, 3 bowling leagues.
Right.
Two balls and a strike. Barrios to Narvaez. High into the night sky. Here in Chicago, Escobar. They hurt him in the 500 level. Charging in and screaming for the ball. 1-2-3 inning for Barrios. 1984 at the Metrodome. Dave Kingman pops this ball up. Yes. John Castino standing there underneath, waiting for it to come down, and it never does. Ever. Ends up in a drainage system.
Unbelievable. And that was in the infield, too.
Yeah.
And ironic, they called that a double, huh?
Yeah, ground rule double.
So Kingman, he could hit the ball as high as anybody ever to play the game because he swung straight up at the ball.
Yeah. He was part of the launch angle revolution. He didn't even know it.
He didn't even know it. Yeah, yeah. He could launch him a long way too.
So there was a story a couple years ago in one of the Minnesota papers, and Kent Herbeck was reminiscing, the former Twins first baseman. He was reminiscing about that day, and he said that before the next game, a worker went up to the roof, got the ball, and dropped it, and it nearly hit him in the head. Herbeck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lord.
So Mickey Hatcher was trying to catch the ball from the worker who dropped it to him, and he dropped the ball. So it was a comedy of errors.
Figures.
Yeah.
Mickey Hatcher. Whoa, there's a great name. He's in the Dodger organization now.
It's in there for a strike, 2-1 on Dozier. Ooh, Dodgers have struggled early this year.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you lose Seager for the season, that's going to be tough. And Justin Turner, third baseman, has yet to play. He's coming. Hopefully, he'll come back soon for him. You want all your best players. Uh-oh.
That is prototypical Brian Dozier to left field, to the pull side, and gone. Twins lead for the first time tonight.
Two-one fastball, and that was pretty much center cut.
Time for our Ford home run replay, and there you have it.
Bell tied down the middle. Good hitter like Dozier doesn't miss that one very often.
So he is a single and double away from the cycle. Got the tough ones out of the way.
Yeah, well, Logan Morrison was, what, a triple away last night.
Maybe they can affect a trade.
Well, you know, that's the thing. You know, you got to forget about that 0 for 5. When a good player like Dozier does that, he's coming back with a double and a homer. He gets hot. He's tough. He really is good.
He's going to be on somebody's radar after this season if Minnesota
you'd think so. He's still fairly young, isn't he? Is he about 30? 30. Okay.
Two balls and a strike on Max Kepler, who bounced out to first in the first. He's 0 for 5 in the series. Wide of first, foul, 2-2. Let's check in for the first time tonight with Chuck Garfien. Hi, Chuck.
Jason, how you doing? The matchup I was most concerned about for Carson Fulmer tonight was Brian Dozier. Dozier came in 2 for 3 in his career against Fulmer with 2 home runs. Well, now he's 4 for 5, 3 home runs and a triple. It's one of those matchups that does not go in favor of Fulmer, that is for sure.
Oh, now you tell us.
Chuck was doing a show. That's why he's all dressed up tonight.
I literally just got here. If I could have passed along the information sooner, I would have, Wimpy.
Okay, all right.
Sassy. Chuck, I've got a tweet that I want to share with you.
Yes.
This is from the name of the person on Twitter is @RobinVenturaNot. So we know who it isn't. Ask Tom how bad a ball player Chuck Garfien was at Sox fantasy camp a few years ago.
Oh, he was real bad.
I was really bad.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't the worst guy there.
Strike 3 on Kepler, 1 down.
I got a story, actually, I can tell you.
Go for it.
I had been there for a couple of days, and I wanted to hit a home run, and I hadn't hit a home run yet. And we all know Steve Dahl, the radio icon in Chicago for many years. So I get up to the plate, and who's in right field? Steve Dahl. I'm thinking, I got to hit the ball to Steve Dahl, and I'll have a good chance of hitting a home run here. Steve knows this story, so I'm not speaking out of line here. I did not get a home run. I think I got a triple, though. He could not field the fly ball I hit towards him.
So you're saying you just put it in the air and you think you got a home run?
I thought I had a good shot.
Well, they were trying to hide Steve, but he's a little bit tough to hide.
Steve wanted to play first base. He felt much more comfortable at first than right field.
I'm sure he had one of those famous shirts of his on, too.
Well, I'm a big fan of Steve Dahl. He was not a big fan of me when I hit it on purpose to him in right field, though.
Man,
that's good.
Calling your shot.
Yeah, that's not bad. No, Chuck actually is one of the better athletes we've ever had at fantasy camp.
Because that was one of the youngest.
Yes.
You need to get more people at fantasy camp, I think is what that says.
Tom was a great coach.
Is that right?
Yes. For his humor, for his inspiration, for him just being wimpy.
What'd you learn from Wimpy, Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck, what'd you learn?
Let's see. You were a great storyteller.
This guy right here learned more.
It was a lot of fun. You were my coach one year.
Yeah.
Shattered bat. And 2 down. Head to the park for $1 Vienna beef hot dogs every Wednesday home game this season. Take advantage of this unbeatable deal Wednesday, May 9th as the Sox take on the Pirates, 1:10 p.m. Get your tickets at whitesox.com today.
Well, Chuck, was Ron Kittle the other coach on that team?
I think he was. Or it was Mark Salas. Ooh, it's tough to remember that.
No.
You might be
they
right.
Obviously made a lasting impression on you.
You know what? I think it was Ron Kittle. You're right.
Yeah.
It was Kitty.
Yeah, they usually put us together.
Yeah, I couldn't hear for a week after that because of Kitty.
Did he cobble together the bench that you sat on?
No, he just talked for a week.
No way. You know, the thing about Kitty is that, you know, you're with him for a while, you'll know everything that ever happened to him in his life. And I always tease him about that bobblehead doll that they were giving out. Hawk read the presentation for it, Ron Kittle bobblehead night, and I says, Carl, can I please have one of those Kitty dolls, because I understand it's really different. Because when you take it out of the box, you put it on the mantle that talks about himself 24 hours a day. He's coming up here to kill me. I know he is.
Yeah, I can hear the footsteps.
Uh-oh.
That ball's drilled to right field and gone. Well, Eduardo Escobar is enjoying his return. That's home run number 3 of the solo variety for the Twins tonight.
Boy. This guy's a heck of a player. Man, he's got that short, quick swing. Look at him. Head down on contact. While that back foot comes off the ground. And Polka has no chance. Our 4th home run replay. Wow. Well, fortunately, the 3 home runs have all been solos.
3rd multi-homer game for Eduardo Escobar.
Jeez.
And Morrison takes ball number 1.
But when you have a short, compact swing like this guy, it's hard for him to go into any kind of funk. You know, to me, he looks like a 300 hitter. Every time I see Escobar play, he's always getting a couple of hits.
Seems like it. He was trading notes evidently there with Dozier, who both those guys has a home run in this inning. Unmarked jug of liquid.
Uh-oh.
High in the air. Leori Garcia didn't see it, and that leaves. Whew. Logan Morrison, home run number 4 of his season and of the game for the Twins. That ball was crushed.
Yeah, it really was. Man. Well, it's a breaking ball hanging over the outer half of the plate. Boy, he got extension right there. So Morrison is coming out of his funk. Another 4th home run replay. That was 4 and some change. That first home run that Escobar hit was 420 feet. 4.24 on that one. Wow.
Twins have the look of a team right now who had a real good scouting report.
Well, they're taking advantage of any kind of mistake that Carson makes.
Twins had 30 home runs in 27 games coming in. Left field side, and Nicky can't get over there. 2 balls and a strike. Well, that last start for Carson Fulmer was surgical. 7 innings, scoreless ball. And Minnesota has gotten a lot of bat on the baseball tonight.
They have, yeah. They've centered a few balls, quite a few balls. Of course, it's a great night to hit. The balls are flying tonight. Get one in the air and you got a chance.
Two one. You want the good news or the bad news?
Good.
Okay. Very positive. It was 5-1 last night.
Oh,
the Sox won.
Yes, sir. Hey, just lulling them into a false sense of security right now.
Get them in that trance.
There you go. That's right. It was 5-1. Good pitch.
Off speed downstairs for strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Carson Fulmer. See if the Sox can regroup. On the mound last night.
It was just simply to make him aware that, you know, even though there are some things that happened probably in the first 2-3 innings that he wasn't happy with, that he needed to continue to pitch. He needed to continue to execute. He needed to continue to give us and himself a chance to stay in the ball game, and I think he did. I think he earned another, you know, as I said, 2/3 of an inning pitching. Even though we took him out after only 84, you know, he had worked with leverage throughout most of the ball game, and I think that he had done enough to put us in a situation where he gave us a chance. I think we had tied the ball game at that particular point. it was time for us to go ahead at that point and give our relief corps an opportunity to come in and do what they needed to do. But it was more of an encouraging moment, you know, making sure that he understood, you know, how important it is for him to continue to grind and to do what he's capable of doing. He's a very special pitcher, and that was just a moment in which he's going to have to, you know, reel in his emotions a little bit and continue to pitch. And I think he did a nice job of keeping us in that ball game.
That's dropped at third by Escobar, and what Ricky Renteria is talking about is instructive right now for Carson Fulmer too. A couple of innings that have not gone his way, and how do you react to that?
Yeah, that's very true. And you know, the last pitch that Carson threw that last inning was a great changeup. I think he's got to utilize that pitch. And by the way, maybe Escobar is human. Thank you. He's having some kind of night.
Couple of homers. That ball was up in the air for a long while.
Yeah, he had a long run.
1-2.
Wow.
Upstairs. Strike three. Reynaldo Lopez, 84 pitches last night, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, but he kept him there as Lopez got tagged a little bit. But not enough for Ricky Renteria to pull him on the first visit. Then the second time he comes out, and there's the talking to in the dugout, and part of that is just about keeping the emotions. You have a 24-year-old in Lopez, 23-year-old in Lucas Giolito, 24-year-old Carson Fulmer. 3 straight days in the rotation. You're going to have some uneven moments, almost by design.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that I noticed about Lopez last night is velocity was down. You know, you guys were talking earlier before the game, actually. It was at 95, 96, and he was generally operating about 91, 92.
Yeah, he said after the game he didn't feel good about any of his pitches. It just wasn't there.
Well, the good thing is he competed, though.
Guys, I think one thing that was bothering him were the pass balls that Narvaez had behind home plate. I think that really threw him off, and he's got to keep his focus. And I think that was one of the reasons why Renteria went out there the first time. And then he was laboring a little bit, but then as a reward in a way, he kept him out there, and he was able to go as far as he went.
Toward the corner, fair ball to the Xfinity sign. Yolmer is on the gas pedal. He's speeding for third. The throw is not in time.
He is fun to watch. I'll tell you what. He really is. I didn't think he had a prayer to get a triple out of this. But it's so important with less than 2 outs. There you see the no stride approach. There's a pretty good breaking ball right there. That was digging, but he fought it off right down that corner, and he's thinking triple from the get-go. He is low fire. Look at him go. The head first slide. That was a good relay that the Twins had right there. And get in there. Don't.
I think he's there.
Yeah, he's safe. And he never lost contact.
I agree with you. No challenge, it seems like, coming for the Twins.
Here's the guy you want up there.
He's been a sacrifice fly machine at points in his career. Abreu with the home run in the first.
Oh boy. Well, that had some movement, didn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Two-seamer at 93. A lot of movement there.
Yeah, good news is Yolmer was so hydrated from last night that he was really cooking around second base. After he gave himself that shower.
Yes, that's true. Boy, you ought to do that every night. 2 for 2. No. Well, you went even a little deeper than the first pitch right there.
I was going to say, you think you know what the scouting report is on Abreu tonight?
I think they want to. When you got that kind of movement, you want to go inside, and then that makes that big breaking ball that much more effective once you establish that fastball in. 434 feet. Exit velocity 107. That homer in the first. Need this run. Yeah, the boy.
With the infield back, just like Yolmer did last night, the Sox will take it on the RBI ground out. So 3 driven in for Abreu. Yolmer puts himself in position, and it's 5-3.
16 RBIs now for Jose. Yeah, that was big. You could see that he was trying to do that. He was trying to get a short, quick swing. There you see right there, and hit it on the ground up the middle. He had a chance to get a hit too. Hit it hard right at Dozier, and you can count that run for Sanchez right there. Yolmer really provided that with that great hustle triple.
Paul Molitor has been very clear in his decision-making that early in the game, as you see a lot of managers do early in the game, he's going to play that infield back and give up the run. And the Sox, to their credit, have taken it a couple times in this series already.
Yeah, you want to eliminate the big inning. You want to keep that run at 1 at this stage if you are Molly.
Especially with the confidence your offense has right now with 5 runs in 3 innings.
Well, they're feeling pretty good. That's the Twins are really swinging the bats tonight.
Adrianza throws out Delmonico, and that will do it for the Sox in the 3rd. But Sox have the chisel out, drawing a little closer. Here's what you can win for Sox, Matt. And this is part of the garage sale that's going on in the next couple weeks. You could win any number of things, including this Al Albuquerque jersey. You want a Rubik's Cube, Wimpy?
I don't know how to do that. No.
You don't?
It'll take me a year to get it done. But it is nice.
Yeah, it's a Sox Rubik's Cube. Brian Dozier, I'm told, is very good at the Rubik's Cube.
Really?
Yeah. What's your parlor trick?
I don't have one.
I don't believe that for a second.
I do not try any type of deception anymore.
Anymore.
Or any less.
When did you stop with the deception?
Yesterday.
That's right. Ball 1 to Castro. 4 solo homers tonight for Minnesota.
Well, you know, we talked about Blylev, and there you see. Oh, that looks good.
Which one? All of them?
All of them.
That's the ice cream of the future, Dippin' Dots.
Yeah. Blylev used to lead the league in home runs given up just about every year, but they were mostly solos. I remember going back in the 50s and seeing that Robin Roberts, the Hall of Famer, was the same way. Give up a solo homer, but he'll batten it down a little bit. Somebody gets on base.
Well, you said it yesterday that there are guys who will give you hits in the first couple innings, and they'll be setting you up for later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what's that there?
Wow. 50 homers in 1 year, and then he followed that up with 46. Blyleven did. That's a lot.
That's a lot of home runs.
Man.
All right, here's your Sox math question.
Ron Kittle used to wear. He used to hit Blyleven very well. I do remember that.
He talk his ear off and distracted it.
Yeah, Blyleven just got sick of him. So
here's your question: consecutive runs the Sox scored last night, multiplied by the innings the Sox scored in, plus the jersey number of the player who hit the walk-off home run, and then subtract the number of games the Sox and Twins have played this year entering the night. The despair in your voices.
You lost me at take the number.
So you don't do delis very well, do you?
No. These are impossible.
The one yesterday was about you.
I know.
And you told me you had 3 brothers who played in Major League Baseball.
I did.
You did not.
Was I lying?
You had
I knew
2
that.
brothers.
Oh, I had 2 brothers. That's right. 3 means me. I gotcha. Never mind.
You have the 24-hour time release memory capsule there. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lamar. You admiring the Chet Lemon picture on the scoreboard?
I was. Chet Lemon was a heck of a player for the White Sox. And of course, they traded him in '82 to the Tigers for Steve Kemp. And Steve was only here for a year, and he was a free agent, went to the Yankees and had that bad injury. He was hit by a ball in batting practice and really never was the same. Steve Kemp was an outstanding player. He had 99 RBIs for the Sox, I remember, in 1982. And Chet played at least 10 years for Detroit.
2-1 is inside. Some very good Tigers teams in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Well, that '84 team was just unbelievable. What were they, 31-4 or something to start the year?
Start the year.
Yeah.
Three balls, 1 strike on Lamar. First walk of the night goes to Castro. Lamar takes the second one.
Well, that leadoff walk is usually deadly. Now 2 in a row when you got your best hitters coming up is not good.
Here comes Don Cooper, and we remind you, you can bring your family of 4 to a White Sox game for as low as $49. Our family 4-pack includes 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 chips, and 4 sodas.
That's a deal.
Yeah, upper level and lower level packages available. Check out all the available dates at whitesox.com/4packs today. Coop with the discussion, and Aaron Bummer loosening up in the Sox pen.
Well, what we need right now is a double play.
Or a vest.
Okay.
You want to split those aces, sir?
Play it close to the vest.
I know you want a funnel cake.
Oh, who doesn't?
Those, for me, some of the best ballpark food.
Yeah.
Funnel cakes.
Yep.
Come on. There's a rally.
There's a guy who just ate a funnel cake, a big one. That's what it'll do to you.
Here's Joe Mauer, who takes ball number 1 from Fulmer.
Carson's not, missing. He's missing by a big margin this inning so far. You walk the 8th and 9th hitters. That is usually taboo.
Breaking ball off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. So he went without a walk in the first 3 innings. Has dodged contact here in the 4th after the 4 home runs in the 2nd and 3rd. The pendulum's swinging both ways right now.
Yeah, well, you hate when a pitcher is trying to make a perfect pitch every single pitch. That's when you usually get into trouble. Not even close. Like he might be jumping a little bit at the hitter.
You mean delivery-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have the green light on 3-0?
You would imagine a veteran of his stature would make his own decision here.
Yeah, I would think. I think he's going to take, though. Ooh, pretty good pitch to hit, especially. That's what Mauer likes it.
Yeah, middle away. 11 balls, 2 strikes.
Ooh. I'd like to see the changeup right here.
.91 for a strike at the knees, 3-2.
Yeah. I wouldn't throw him another fastball.
You wouldn't?
I'd like to see him roll over on a changeup right here. Or if he's going to hit it hard, let him supply all the power. But of course, the outfield for the Sox is playing him to hit the opposite way, so that would kind of be counterproductive if he does get the hit out and hooks it into that right field corner. So the rule they always used to say was pitch him away, play him away.
3-2. He got him swinging with some explosive stuff up and away.
Yeah, that had a lot of movement. Boy, it looked like it was a lot quicker than 92. You know, Mauer doesn't strike out that often. Look at that thing. Just kind of fade away. But no, that was digging. It wasn't fading. That thing was really digging up and away. So tough pitch, great pitch. Now you got a chance, but still Dozier 2 for 2.
Might have been his best pitch of the night, don't you think?
I think so.
Triple and a homer for Dozier. By the way, in the minors tonight, the Sox are getting a near cycle from Eloy Jimenez, who's 3 for 4 so far for Double-A Birmingham. Now 3 for 5. That's a kid who can really swing it. Young man who came over in the trade with the Cubs for Jose Quintana.
Yes.
Triple away from the cycle. Just had his 5th at bat, so it looks unlikely that he'll get the cycle, but that's more fun to watch than him trying for it. Dozier.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that kid is really a talent. I've heard nothing but great things about him. Good pitch.
A couple of breaking balls from Fulmer to Dozier. Well, look, he loves the fastball. You can spot anything else.
Yeah.
83 pitches tonight for Carson Fulmer. 0-2. Another breaking ball.
Well, that one started outside, so the fish weren't going to, Dozier wasn't going to bite on that one. You start that middle of the plate with that biting action, you have a better chance. That's what that Presley was throwing last night. It really made a couple hitters on the Sox look bad.
1-2. Just low. Close pitch.
You know, as good as that changeup is for Carson, you can throw it to a right-handed hitter, especially if you keep it down to Dozier, who likes the ball more up.
Two and two. Swing and a miss.
Yes.
Well, you asked for the hook a couple of times. Carson goes away from the fastball.
That was more of a curveball than it was a slurve. That one broke. Look how it breaks straight down. You know, he was talking to Ed Farmer before the game, and you know, Farmio did not invent the curveball, he just perfected it. And he was talking about that 12-6 action, and that's exactly what that was. I'd love to see Carson throw more of that pitch and the straight changeup.
That's going to be it for Carson. 3 2/3. Aaron Bummer to face Kepler, the left-hander, after this. Our 50-50 split White Sox Charities raffle. Online sales available. WhiteSox.com/Sox Split. Fans with Illinois billing addresses can purchase tickets online, and the winning number will be posted on social media and at WhiteSox.com/Sox Split. Time now for the Lakeside Bank call to the pen. It's about time, and so Carson Fulmer runs out of time tonight and gives way to Aaron Bummer, who faces the lefty Kepler with a lefty behind him, Rosario, with 2 on and 2 out in the 4th.
Sox can get out of this inning. This would be really big.
Foul ball, first base side, especially against a team that's been bitten by late rallies this year. The Twins could have that creep in. Here we go again.
Yeah, especially since they're swinging the bat so well and they're denied. They get 2 walks to lead off an inning. Usually that leadoff guy scores. It seems like it every time. Oh boy.
Into center field it goes. Garcia's up with it. Castro's going to test him, and he is absolutely meat. Thought he might have slid under the tag. Castro is destructed at the plate. And it's 5-3 for the moment. The Twins may challenge this. I thought the tag was late, Wimpy.
Well, the ball was there. Great play by Leuri. Man, he hit the cutoff man and a 1 bouncer. Let's see. No, I think he took his foot out of there.
That's very close.
Oh, that's real close. I think that's, if I had to say right now, I'd say it's too close to change it. See how he doesn't get in there?
Well, I don't think he's in yet, and the tag's down.
I think he's out.
You'd need indisputable video evidence to overturn that call.
Right. Boy, what a throw.
Yeah, Garcia just rifled it to the plate.
I think it stays.
Well, Leori Garcia does not have a bad arm at all in center field. I was surprised Gene Lynn sent the catcher.
Yeah,
Out the call.
Out. Thank you very much. Great play. Oh yeah.
Well, the Twins leave a run on the table. Castro tagged out by Omar at the dish. special reunion in the booth. Tom Paciorek and Hawk Harrelson have the call as this series continues. Coverage starts Sunday at 12:30. Hawk and Whitby at 1. The White Sox Twins series presented by Explore Minnesota Tourism. I know Hawk's watching tonight.
I'm sure he is. Hello, Hawkaroo. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
You guys are going to have a great time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I know everybody who grew up in my era or even before that, everybody's going to have a great time. 0-1 to Davidson. 1 ball and 1 strike. You spent like half of your day being interviewed about Hawk.
Yes. There were a few. Yeah, there was a lot of questions. Very enjoyable day today. There's that breaking ball again.
A little bit high to Davidson.
You got to think he's going to throw that breaking ball right here on 2-2. Or not.
It went fastball.
Fastball, yeah. At 94, they like to throw that fastball up. Odorizzi, that's all he did last night. High fastball, changeup. Tried to get the changeup down to change the eye level of the hitter.
5 runs, 3 earned, and 5 1/3 for Odorizzi last night.
Yeah.
Davidson up the middle, but they also have scouting reports.
Yes, they do. Isn't that amazing?
Unreal. 1 down. Polka coming up. Here is your Sox Math winner. It is J. Neer 15. So 5 consecutive runs, 5 innings the Sox scored in 25 plus 32. That's 57. Trace Thompson's jersey number is 32. And then 2 games the Sox and Twins had played. J. Neer 15.
Nice going, J. Neer.
He plays in Tacoma. The Tacoma J. Neers. 1 down for Polka. Ooh, boy, he loves that first pitch.
He thought it was time to polka right there. Boy, he had a rip. Fastball right center cut. Daniel wants that one back. That big homer last night. Oh, that's a nice changeup right there. Oh, that's filthy. At 85. You're talking to some great pitchers of the past, Seaver and Jerry Kuzman in particular. They said that your changeup should be 9 to 11 miles slower than your fastball. And that's pretty much in that area what Barrios is dealing with right here. He's good.
Yeah, he's got electric stuff. Missed with the breaking ball in the first. Abreu tagged him. This one beat into the ground to first, and Joe Mauer. 2 down on ground balls in the inning. Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the Chicago White Sox into your X1 voice remote. Say it right into your remote and get live team stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
That's not 11?
No, it's X1.
It's not Roman numerals?
It's not.
Oh, I get it. It used to be Roman numerals when I came from.
So if you have Xfinity X1, you just speak into your remote. Wimpy will get up and change the UHF dial. If you ask him to, real nice.
Hey, listen, I'm one of 4 guys that still have a flip phone.
Congratulations.
Bruno Bertucci, me, Tommy Lasorda, and Charlie Huff.
Costas has one.
Bob Costas?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
You got your flip phone?
I do. See?
What you can't see is Wimpy's monitor. Unlike mine, Wimpy's monitor has a vertical hold at the bottom.
Hey, look, it's 8:42. That's all it gives me to my phone. Get up!
To left.
Keep
Rosario back
Go!
at the wall. And he's gone! It's a 1-run game. I think you willed that thing over the fence.
I'll tell you what, that ball is carrying tonight much better than last night. So the Sox creep a little bit closer. How important was that play at home plate in the top half of this inning? Instead of being 6-3, now it's 5-4. That ball tailed back over the middle. That is not one of his better pitches. But Leury stayed on that one and took what he gave him. Hands before the barrel of the bat allowed him to hit that solidly to left center field. Great job of hitting.
Tim jumping on the first pitch, breaking ball, fouls it away. The two guys with homers hug. Abreu beats the snot out of him for a little while.
Thank you. Well, Leury saved a run just moments ago on that throw, and now he added one. So some great production by Leury Garcia.
His hockey plus minus is +2 right now.
Yeah. Ooh.
Rush to third. Escobar across the diamond for out number 3. Stop me if you've seen this story before, though. Sox are down with the Twins having 5 runs, and here comes a comeback. By guaranteed rate, and it's Luis Alexander Basabe who came over in the deal with the Red Sox a couple of years ago. His average is up 94 points. He had a knee injury last year. He's recovered from that, and you can see the production change already for Basabe.
Good grief.
Playing
That's
for
pretty amazing.
the most interesting team in minor league baseball, the Winston-Salem Dams. They
Yeah.
have 4 of the top 6 guys in batting average in the Carolina League.
Yeah, everybody's talking about them. A lot of my friends here in Chicago say that Winston-Salem team is just loaded.
Eddie Rosario, first pitch ambush, and he's got a leadoff single here in the 5th. He's going to go for 2. Rosario is safe.
Boy, those outfielders were spread out, and that's what he was thinking. That's what you got to do. You got to think double right off the bat. See, big difference right there. Well, and when Leury has to turn and pivot, there really wasn't any chance to get him. That's got to be a double.
Yeah. That's a teaching point for Ricky Renteria, certainly.
Yeah.
Now Escobar. Take strike 1. Two homers for Escobar. Rosario thought about it and goes back to second. Former Sox free agent signee out of Venezuela, 2006. He was a top 5 Sox prospect 7 years ago. So Aaron Bummer in for Carson Fulmer. who gave up 5 runs, 4 earned in 3 2/3 tonight. 7 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts eventually for Fulmer.
Yeah.
His last 2 batters, we were talking about this during the break,
yeah.
you thought were his best.
Absolutely. That curveball that he threw to Dozier was outstanding, and the fastball to Mauer just blew him away.
And with Moncada breaking behind Rosario, a pause. Two and 2. Never got there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Eduardo Escobar, no matter what he does in this at bat, it probably won't be as good as his first 2 at bats tonight.
Yeah, there's a breaking ball down and in, and he just hammers it out of here. And this time he wanted a high fastball. He got it a little bit too low. And when it stayed in the middle of the plate, he just went down and got it. He's going to try and still at this time, at this stage, he's going to try and hit the ball the right side of the infield to get that guy to third.
Aaron would love a strikeout here. 3 and 2.
There it is.
He does hit it through the right side of the infield. So Rosario is going to score. Escobar going for second base, and it's back-to-back doubles to the right side for the Twins to lead 6-4.
That's a great job of hitting right there. Well, this Escobar, you know, the more you watch him, the more you like him. God, he's a player. His batting average, look at that short, compact swing, hands before the barrel, and he just rips it by the second baseman. And a great hustle. He was thinking double from the get-go. As soon as he hit that ball, he was thinking 2.
You know what's really interesting about Eduardo Escobar, and it's not just because they wear the same number, but he and Yolmer Sanchez both wear number 5, and they feel like the same player. You can plug him in anywhere.
Yeah. Morrison gets the job done.
And if the Sox hadn't traded Escobar, of course, a number of things are going to happen in the interim, but there's no space for Yolmer Sanchez. Escobar going away in that Francisco Liriano deal a couple years ago. There's always opportunity in this game.
Mm-hmm. And when it knocks, you better take advantage of it.
By the way, we have a special delivery for you here in the booth.
Oh my goodness. And that is?
It's a Nacho helmet.
Do you put it on your head?
I would advise against it.
No, that's full figure, guys. We got to stay away from that.
Full figure or 4-figure?
Yeah.
That's a good looking helmet.
That really is. That's some wonderful. What do they call that?
Nacho helmet.
Nacho helmet. In between innings for
okay.
To follow.
Don't get any on our Albuquerque jersey.
Yes. And the Sox are playing that infield in. They're going to try and cut this runoff at home plate. Adrianza strikeout and a base hit so far tonight.
One.
Squeeze.
He did go around, it looked like. And even worse for the Twins, Escobar is out. Sanchez puts the tag down. Adrianza with a tough pitch to bunt on.
Yeah, it was a suicide squeeze. Infield playing in. All he's got to do is make contact. Escobar's going to score, but tough pitch. Down and in, and a good job by Omar to keep that ball from getting away from him. So that's a big out right there. If you can just limit this inning to 1, the Sox still have a real good shot at pulling this thing out, even though they're just down 2 with 2 outs.
For a Twins team that has struggled in close games, that extra run could come in handy big time.
Well, there's 2 big runs. That one right there and that throw out at home plate last inning. Let's see. Hopefully they'll come into play. They've got 10 hits. They've out-hit the Sox 10-5.
2-2 on Adrianza. Bummer looks to the sky for a sign. He and Omar unable to hook up. 2-2. In the dirt, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chuck.
Adrianza actually has a godfather in the stands here tonight, and it is none other than Ozzie Guillen. He's from Venezuela, like Ozzie. Ozzie's very good friends with Adrianza's father. He's a shortstop, switch hitter, and he credits Ozzie with helping him with the mental part of the game. This ball's going right toward me.
You got it?
I got a microphone and I got a notebook. I can't do it.
You got excuses is all you got.
I got excuses, yes.
way to stay out of the way, Chuck.
I like them.
If I had a free hand, I would have grabbed it.
Well, you're playing the role of Ted Ratcliffe tonight. You're double duty tonight.
I am.
Doing the 6:30 show, baseball night in Chicago. And here's a foul ball. Watch Chuck. Bale.
Hiding.
Oh, that was sleek, Chuck. Little step back.
That's exactly where I would have been. Push somebody in front of it, didn't you, Chuck?
You know, I learned about that in fantasy camp.
There you go.
That's what
Never get hurt.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chuck beat it. You got to do an update.
I got to go. I'll see you in a little bit, all right?
I don't know how he's going to get to the studio. We'll see. There he goes. Get out of here. 6-4. Chuck after this, I guess. That update. He made it back to the studio, and we'll see if he's back here for this inning. I doubt it, right?
He's incredible.
And there was gridlock as we went to the break too. He was stuck behind a kid going up the stairs. Good job, Chuck. Hardest working man in TV. Omar first in the 5th. And there's strike 1. Sox got 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Twins with 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th.
Two straight fastballs, one he took and one he swung at. So Omar in the hole right here.
On 0-2. Lamar makes the catch. Sox fans, be sure to check into Guaranteed Rate Field with the MLB Ballpark app, now available for flip phone. For your first check-in this season, you'll receive a free White Sox hat presented by Coca-Cola. Download the MLB Ballpark app through the App Store today.
Good.
Chuck, you back?
Look at him.
Oh my goodness gracious.
There's a man on a mission right there.
Without any wear and tear. I mean, like, he's not even sweating.
No. Well, he's going downhill, you know.
I hope that wasn't a referendum on his ability. This is ball 1 to Moncada. And now 2-0 on Johan.
Time to dial it up. He should get a fastball right here. Johan was a little bit behind his last time up when he struck out on that heater.
Two and 0. Fouled away. Darryl Boston look out. 2-1.
That's a good 2-0 swing right there. Get it out there. Try and put a point on the board.
I mean, his talent is just coming out of his pores.
Oh yeah, he's a big guy too. Fast, strong. You know, he's got the capabilities of being the 5-tool guy.
Off the plate, another good eye from Moncada.
That was a tough pitch right there. Sinker. A lot of movement on that one down and away.
Let's take a look at high-speed action. It's powered by Xfinity, and it's the evening of the always busy Yolmer Sanchez. He signs an autograph. He says hello to Noah. A little hug for Noah. Thanks, Daddy. Makes a catch in foul territory. Look out, guy with the pocket protector. And then Yolmer with ye old triple. And a beautiful slide for his second hit.
I don't like that head first slide, but he did get there. I don't think it gets you any quicker, and the chances of getting hurt are much higher. Look out.
Good news is he didn't pull a Cespedes. He's got the 2 pieces of jewelry around his neck, and nothing came off.
There you go. Well, it's probably not as valuable as Cespedes. How can you do that? Wear diamonds around your neck.
In a baseball game.
Yeah, that's...
And then be surprised and angry that something happened to them. It's like wearing earrings to a prize fight. Like he's not going to take a swing at him.
Right.
One and one on Sanchez.
Change up.
Yolmer said next walk-off, which could be tonight, you never know. He's got something even beyond Yolmer Falls from last night planned. Ooh, that was close. Chris Volstad and Jace Fry getting loose. Jace got a chance with the Sox last year as Johan is off, and that ball's hit in the air right center field. Lamar makes the play for out number 2. This is a segue you don't get to use very often. Speaking of bad head first slides.
Yeah.
Yangervis Solarte.
Oh my Lord.
He had 8 hits plus that one, which makes 9 in the doubleheader.
Get out of here. Wow. Oh my goodness.
How about that? 8 hits in a twin bill plus that awful slide. Now Moncada, who had the hamstring injury that he came out of the game for in St. Louis. He was running on the pitch, and he's come up limping again. So Ricky Renteria out of the dugout, Herm Schneider as well. And this is the 3rd time now Moncada has had a twinge of a hamstring this season.
Boy. Those things can just linger on. You know, that's a shame. Right. Oh, right there. Yeah, just as he was going back. It wasn't a violent movement getting back because
Ricky just said angle too as we were going to the replay. He yelled for Adam in the dugout, and it looks as though Moncada's going to come out of this game. So you'd imagine angle would go into center field, Garcia would then come in to play the infield. So Engel on to pinch run. And Moncada comes out again.
Oh,
so that,
man.
you said it, those things just hang around.
Well, you know, I had problems with hamstrings too until Dr. Payne took care of it. Herm Snyder, he worked them. I mean, that one leg machine where you push and pull and push and pull, you do that a couple thousand times a day and you put yourself back on the playing field. Sometimes you just have to work the daylights out of it.
To make Herm stop is what you're saying.
Yes, to make Herm, just make him happy.
Best in the business, Herm.
Oh, yeah, no question.
2 down, tying run at the plate. And Abreu fouls it off. Jose's driven in 3 tonight. 2-run homer in the first, RBI ground out in the third. Oh, 1.
Oh, that was a pretty good pitch to hit right there.
He almost got around on it.
Well, now he's got a battle 0-2. See if Engel may take off. He's got that great speed. Well, that's disappointing. You know how badly Johan wants to play.
Hamstring that won't go away. Chuck.
Yeah, Moncada, when he got into the dugout, he took his helmet and banged it against the bench a few times, and he's still kind of hanging around, hovering around the dugout, just really upset because he wanted to come in and play. He gave all he could, but the hamstring clearly is still an issue.
Yeah, what did he tell you yesterday, Chuck? He said he's going to play today.
Yeah, he felt fine. But clearly, whatever happened with his hamstring on that play sent him back.
Wimpy, you know, it's an uneasy feeling, right? To know that at some point something could happen.
And sometimes, most of the time in a hamstring, you're not even aware that it's going to pop up on you. You know, it's amazing how that happens to so many guys now.
I will say, you know, we've seen different kinds of hamstrings. The fact that he's able to walk on it doesn't lead you to believe that it's going to be something that long of a time away.
Good point, Chuck. Engel showing his pinch running ability around to third on Abreu's bleeder through the right side. Jose with his second hit of the night, and the Sox are in business.
I'll tell you what, that's a great job of hitting right there. He took this one right off his thumbs, hit it by Joe Mauer, who was holding the runner on base, and that's what got him the hit. But when you got 2 strikes on you, that ball was biting too. It was digging the whole time. See a smile on Jose's face. I'm sure he cracked the bat, but that was, to me, a great job of hitting just to make contact on a nasty pitch.
Yeah, 2 strikes.
Whew. All right, Nicky.
Nicky has not seen Barrios well so far tonight. He's got ball 1. So Engel into the 1 spot in the order, Moncada out. Adams still getting loose, and Abreu at first. He is the tying run in this game. Nicky lays off.
Well, you should get a fastball to hit right here. Get your best swing right here.
Davidson up next. 2-0. It's inside. 3 balls, no strikes.
Interesting if he's going to let him hit here.
What do you think?
I would.
Everything up so far. Barrios to Delmonico, 3-0. That fades off the plate. Ball 4. Bases loaded, 2 out. A big spot for Davidson.
Wow.
So, with this meeting coming on the mound, time for Lowe's whole team together as the Twins convene on the mound. First 13 games, 8-5. Last 14 games included is that run of 3 straight snow games. Twins are 2-12 in their last 14 and a 7.20 ERA. I mean, that is just gigantic.
Yeah.
Part of that is Barrios in his recent starts.
Man. Yeah, well, I talked to Paul Molitor yesterday. He just says that he can't get any consistency in playing. You know, they're snowed out, rained out, winded out, everything. There's a nice hole on that right side of the infield for Matt to shoot one.
Crowd starts to rise. Davidson swings through 94. You never know when you just saw the best pitch you're going to see in a sequence.
Yeah. That was a pretty good pitch to hit. Matt likes to get his arms extended. That was a pitch on the outer half. Now advantage Barrios.
0-1.
Good take. Well, you got to take that pitch. It's so hard to do, especially when you're anxious to try and drive in those runs. So 1-1 is a much more workable count.
One ball, one strike. Bases loaded, 2 down in the 5th.
Oh my.
That's a strike.
See that? I think he got caught looking for a breaking ball. I still think in situations like this, you got to hit off that guy's best fastball, which is about 95 miles an hour. You sit on it and you adjust to a breaking ball. If he throws you a great breaking ball, he's going to get you out anyway. You'll still be able to hit the mistake, but if you're looking breaking ball, you certainly are not going to hit the fastball.
See what he gets on 1 and 2. Bases loaded, 2 out. High fastball fouled away. Chuck.
Matt Davidson came into this game 0 for 9 with 8 strikeouts against Barrios, but he got a hit in his first at bat tonight, so maybe he's seen him better. We'll see if that trend develops in this at bat against Barrios.
Well, the bat didn't make it through the first inning single, but the ball did.
Yeah.
Ground ball to the 4th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barrios. Ground ball left side. Escobar handles it, and the Sox leave him loaded. We'll go to the 6th. Twins by 2. remains participating in Special Olympics Spring Games, the opening ceremony. Harold, an advocate for Special Olympics, and there with some of the athletes. This is the 50th anniversary year of Special Olympics World Games. They'll have a big celebration at Soldier Field coming up in a couple of months. So great to see Harold out with the folks. As the Sox go to the bullpen, it is our Lakeside Bank call to the pen. It's about time. Volstad, a 4.61 ERA. He has started. He's relieved. 13 2/3, 18 hits, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, and he replaces Bummer with some changes for the Sox. Moncada out, so Engel flips into center. Leori Garcia goes into second base. Sanchez remains at third. And those are the only 2 changes defensively, with Volstad coming in on the mound to drop in strike 1 for Jason Castro, who was thrown out at the plate in the 4th.
Yeah, most of the guys on that Twin roster is going to score on that play.
Oh, 1. It's a ball and a strike on Castro, who walked in the 4th, struck out in the 2nd. Looked like Castro might in fact score on that play too, but Narvaez just got the tag down in time.
Yeah, that was inches.
The shift.
Right into the shift. How do they know? I still don't understand. Still don't understand. Guy's hitting a $150. And you're not going to try and find the hole?
Everybody's got a Karnak now.
I don't know.
There's somebody with an envelope in the office, and they put the envelope to their head.
It's pretty amazing.
Here's Lamar to take ball number 1. So Steve Stone being off this weekend, we usually play a game called Sticks and Stone, where we quiz Steve about his own career. But since Steve's not here, we decided that we were going to do the off-brand version.
So you're going to quiz me about Steve's career?
No, about your career. Tim off the pinball.
Oh, that was close. Man, that guy was flying down the line.
Yeah, Lamar.
And Adrianza. Oh, that was Lamar. Excuse me. Nice play by Timmy, redirecting right there. He got that ball. That was some quick hands right there, and he got him by a half a stride. Lamar can run.
Heady play by Tim against Lamar.
Heady?
It's Headley.
I knew that was going to come up.
2 down for Maurer. No, we're going to quiz you about your career.
Okay.
Yeah, against the Twins coming up. Oh, and 1. All right, here's the question. We call it Twigs and Tom because well, it's a cheap knockoff. 4 career homers against the Twins. Who did the first one come off of? Pete Filson, Frank Viola, Don Cooper.
I'm going to go with Don Cooper at the Metropolitan Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll see if that's right when we come back from this break. Anderson throws out Maurer. Tim very busy here in the 6th. Wimpy playing for $2 million. Does he have it right? We'll find out. game live or on demand at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At-Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. You feel a rally? Say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I feel more comfortable when you assure me.
It's a good take by Polka right there, just missing the inside corner.
Daniel hammered that ball last night for the two-run homer.
He sure did. Now he's got that hitter's count. Let's try and hit another one right here. Let it go. Change up.
In the air, right-hand side. Dozier for out number one. Here is your answer to our nightly quiz about Tom Pachorik's career. Don Cooper is the correct answer. You got it.
1981, leading off the fifth at Old Metropolitan. I was with the Mariners then. Coop
Yes.
probably had to retire right after that one.
Well, you guys were up like 12-3 at the time. Or
We
something.
were?
Yeah, it was.
I got the big hits then.
You did, yeah.
Mr. Clutch.
Asked Coop about it before the game, and he said, "Who didn't I give up a home run to?"
Hang in there, Coop.
One out. Oh, Garcia. Cleveland.
Barrios had a very stressful fifth inning, and you'd think it would carry over to this one, but not so far. Threw a great changeup to Polka and some pretty good heat right there to Liuri. A little cutter action.
Yeah, even without his best breaking ball, he's still got good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He is definitely the future of this team.
Confident nod. 0-2. In the air, left field. Rosario has room. The ball has been carrying tonight, but not far enough on that fly ball from Garcia. 2 down. But you can still have fun at the ballpark, even if there's a second out. How about that permanent smile?
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, it went away.
Well, he'll come back.
We get you a lemon chill. Wash down the nacho helmet.
That nacho helmet was good. Are you supposed to eat the plastic?
I knew something was wrong.
Little indigestion.
Little gamey.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the Minnesota bullpen. Trevor Hildenberger.
Whoa. Bring him on. I want this guy out of there.
Ooh, that went behind the plate off Castro.
How many times does that happen during a season to your average catcher?
Too many times.
Oh, boy, they take a beating.
Well, nobody's going to take his chest protector. He's got his name written right on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He
Turn
does?
around, Jason. Yeah, see up on the red there? It says Castro on it.
Okay. I believe you.
Thank you. 1-2. Oh, that's a grenade. What you got on 2-2? Breaking ball?
Well, I would think so. Timmy's been pulling off the breaking ball. In my scouting report of him, I think I would throw one. There it is.
To left field. Rosario for the final out of the inning. Barrios a 1-2-3 sixth. bring the fun home. Little ice cream sandwich for you.
Nice shirt.
We got to get you one of those.
No, thanks. Got plenty just like it. There's a guy who's enjoying himself.
This is our American Sale fan cam. Bring the fun home. That is a good-looking drink. Welcome to Bourbon Street in the outfield. Brian Dozier takes a ball. You know, the first 2 guys in Twins history ever to get to. There's your shirt, by the way.
Lovely.
Is that Ham from the Sandlot on the shirt? I think so. I was going to say Dozier and Harmon Killebrew, the first 2 Twins with 35 home run seasons. Is that hard to believe?
It is.
Yeah.
First 2 to get multiple 30 home runs.
Yeah.
Man.
1-1 is fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dozier. It's a left hamstring for Yoan Moncada that took him out of the game. We presumed, considering what had happened with him in the past, but the official word now from the Sox, left hamstring. And like all of us, he is day to day.
Yes.
1-2.
It seems to me like Kirby Puckett would have done that, wouldn't he? Or Herbeck?
Yeah, 35 home. I was
Gary
looking at it.
Gaetti?
Herbeck had 34 one time.
Okay.
But Killebrew and Dozier first to 35.
They had a lot of great hitters over the years. But of course, Tony Oliva was more of a line drive hitter, never hit 30, I don't believe. Carew was so good. Look at this.
That is a tough hop for Tim. And it spins into left field.
Yeah, that's a base hit. That, boy, he top-handed this one. Boy, he got on top of this thing and just scalded it. Short hop. Here comes Ricky.
So leadoff single, and you got Kepler and Rosario coming up, 2 left-handers. Volstad comes out. Jace Fry out of the bullpen in his first appearance of the year after this. A special reunion in the booth. Former Sox player and broadcaster Tom Paciorek joins Hawk Harrelson on the call. This series continues. Coverage starts Sunday at 12:30. Then Hawk and Wimpy at 1. White Sox Twins series presented by Explore Minnesota Tourism. And time now for the Lakeside Bank call to the pen. And it goes to Jace Fry, who comes up from AAA Charlotte with a 1.35 ERA, making his first appearance with the Sox this season. And he throws what's called ball 1.
Right at the top of the strike zone.
2 balls, no strikes. On the ground, Garcia gets the lead runner, and that's all the Sox will have. 4-6 on the fielder's choice. And Wimpy, you want to go shopping?
Sure.
All right, this is the swap meet. Chris Kamka is the regional sales manager, so you pick first. Which guy do you want, left or right, based on the stats?
Which guy do I want on my team?
Yeah, you're picking. You're going shopping for one of the 2 guys. Do you want the left or the right? That's their age 34 season.
I'll take the guy on the right.
You're gonna take the guy on the right. More games, more stolen bases.
Yeah.
All right, I get the guy on the left. We'll find out in a little while what we bought. It's like the Cola Wars. Blind taste test.
Okay. God, you guys are so innovative here. Anything to humiliate me.
That's all it is, just doctored up torture devices.
Now, are these real guys that are having these years at age 34?
Those are real stats. Huh. It's going to pop up somebody's name that you probably know. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you don't know?
No, this is blind for me too. Throw to first. Swing and a miss. Chase Fry strikes out Rosario, 2 down.
Well, he got him on a breaking ball, but this one keeps biting. It's up in the zone, but it's still digging and digging and digging. And got a pretty good hitter right there in Rosario. You might call that a hanger, but I don't really think so. Depends on the way the approach of the hitter was right there, which was very favorable for Jace.
Chase Fry, who back in college, he was at Oregon State, played for the Beavers.
Beavers, yeah.
He no-hit Northern Illinois. How about that?
He did.
Yeah.
Northern Illinois, the
Huskies.
Huskies.
That's inside, ball 1. Well, see if Jace Fry can get Escobar out. 3 for 3.
Oh boy.
You got a Bob Rosenberg impersonation?
I do not.
A wild pitch.
Wild.
He's got his own bobblehead doll now.
Yes, I know. Bob's come a long way.
2-0.
Does Gene Honda have his own bobblehead, though?
Ron Kittle's cobbling it together right now.
He's carving it. That would be interesting.
3-0 on Escobar.
Tell you what, with first base open, I'd put this guy on. He's hit.
There you go. Ball 4, 2 on, 2 out. All right, let's see who you bought. You took the guy on the right. Let's see if it's an actual real person, as Wimpy asked.
Oh my gosh, I'm the guy on the left, aren't I?
No, you got the guy on the right. You bought the guy on the right.
Yeah, but I.
Oh, it is.
I told you I wanted the guy on the right.
You bought Ichiro over yourself?
Oh boy.
You didn't even.
Well, that wasn't a bad year.
It just kind of hit you right at the last second.
Yeah, it did. I said, wait a minute, this is a trick question. I know I didn't do anything. I never played in 162 games. That was a strike year, though. I'll be darned.
You and Ichiro at the old swap meet.
Yeah, Ichiro is not definitely retired.
He's kind of retired.
Yeah.
Going into the front office in Seattle, but always, from everything I've heard, and assuming you heard the same, a great influence on his teammates.
Oh, yeah. No question about it. Boy, he was something special when he first came over here. And tell you what, he was still pretty good with the Marlins. I don't know what his numbers were this year. I guess they weren't up to his standards.
He's kind of a fourth outfielder.
Yeah.
Didn't play at all in the series here as that ball gets away. Escobar and Kepler both move up. It's a wild pitch against Fry.
Boy, that's tough to get up for that fastball that high. That's a big out right here. Sox can't afford to go any further than 2 runs down here in the 7th.
Abreu at first. Fry covers, steps on the bag, and that will do the trick. Narvaez, Engel, and Sanchez coming up at stretch time.
Sunday, catch an all-new episode of Beer Money, presented by Coors Light, Chicago's favorite trivia show, where fans are put to the test for a chance to take home cash. Play along Sunday at 7 on NBC Sports Chicago. And wouldn't you know it, here comes the Duke out of the bullpen.
You could handle his numbers. They've been broken for a while.
There's Zach Duke, 1-1 with 6 holds. Got a 4.22 ERA. Well, he can strike you out, though. He's got 17 punch-outs.
Thank you, Mr. McClintock. Narvaez, Engel, and Sanchez to bat. Sox are down 6-4 after walking the Twins off last night. Strike 1 to Omar from our old friend Zach Duke. Former Pittsburgh Pirates starter turned reliever off surgery. In the air, left center, Lamar. For out number 1. Family Sundays feature tickets as low as $5 in the upper level, $15 in the lower level, and parking for only $10, plus special family-focused activities located throughout the ballpark. Family Sundays, proudly presented by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Visit whitesox.com/Sundays to buy your tickets today. What a night at the ballpark, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
A lovely evening. Game 2 of this series, game 3 tomorrow. 6:10 start time as Adam chops it to second. Dozier collects out number 2. 72 degrees.
As we speak. Well, this is the first time. Let's see. Even when you were in Oakland, it wasn't that temperature, was it?
No. Not at all. You know, it gets windy and chilly there.
Cold, especially at night.
We were there on free ticket night, though, to celebrate the anniversary of the Coliseum. They gave out like 100,000 free tickets.
Wow.
To the game. Yeah, it was packed.
I remember going in there in 1979 when Charlie Finley sold the team, didn't have a TV or radio contract, and we had 26 people in the stadium. And one vendor worked that game.
One vendor?
One. Yeah, it was sparse.
Yeah. You could hear individual people heckling you, right?
No, they were our Bobby Valentine and my pass list.
you loaded up on the free tickets.
Yeah.
It's nice. 2-1 from Duke. Zach's a good man. Father of 3. Kids are getting big. He's commiserating with some folks before the game. But he still knows from the Sox side.
Well, he's not going to overpower you. Breaking ball, finesse, turn it over, change up.
Two. Fair ball down the line. Yolmer has to stop at first. No matter. Abreu's coming up as the tying run. 3-hit night for Yolmer.
Boy, hard to believe. That pitch is right on the outside corner. He hits it right down the first baseline. Lets that ball get a little bit deeper than usual. And I'm surprised that Kepler was playing him that close to the line. That was a great job by the right fielder getting that ball. Because you know, Yolmer was thinking double when he left the home plate.
They will not let Duke face Abreu. Ryan Presley coming out of the bullpen. We saw him last night. He's got good stuff. Big matchup after this. And it goes to the right-hander Ryan Presley. His ERA down to 104 after last night. Presley threw a scoreless inning in the 8th, though he did hit Nicky Delmonico with a pitch. Nicky was caught stealing. The inning was over, and a huge spot here with Abreu up as the tying run.
Yeah, I was really impressed with his stuff yesterday, especially that biting curveball that he features. And there it is.
There it was.
Good take right there.
Well, you hope Jose can get himself in a fastball count.
Yeah.
And lock in. Yolmer is single down the first base line against Duke. He wanted to.
Well, let it hang out. That's a high strike on the fastball at 95.
One ball, one strike. Tying run at the plate. He went up again with that fastball. 1-2. Abreu in the first inning. If he does this again, we will be tied.
And that was the breaking ball. Hanger. 434 the distance and 107 on the launch. Exit velocity, that is.
Love to see a 107-degree home run.
Yeah.
Straight to Venus. One and two. On the ground, left side, and that is an infield hit. Ball gets away. Sanchez peels off. So does Abreu. Yomer to third. Jose to second. And now we're a base hit away from seeing a tie ball game.
Another good at bat for Abreu. Good two-strike hitting. Gets himself a base hit. Boy, that was a tough pitch to hit. A fastball up and in. Just got his hands in there quick enough to throw to second base. That error might be on Dozier right there. Well, that's not a bad throw. He bounces it. Nah.
They do call it E6.
Yeah. All right, Nicky, chance to be a hero. 3 hits now for Jose.
Oh, Nicky catches a break. Ball one.
He did.
Yomer's had quite the tour of the base paths today. Abreu as well. 3 hits apiece. Nicky needs 1. On 1-0. 95 elevated. He gets a lot of mileage out of that high fastball.
Oh, yeah. Well, to me, it's always been a high fastball is a lot harder to hit than a low one. Low one, you just drop the head of the bat on it. High one, though, you got to fight the velocity and get your hands above the ball and make sure you don't drop that back shoulder. Good take.
Big block for Castro, too. That may have saved a run.
Yeah. Castro does a nice job behind the plate. He throws out base runners and he blocks the ball extremely well. Even though he's not hitting, he's certainly not taking his bat to the defense.
Two balls and a strike. Way upstairs.
Sounded high.
Sure did.
You got to make this guy get the ball down.
With Davidson on deck, 3-1 for Delmonico. He didn't get it down.
Wow.
Nicky takes a walk. Bases loaded for the second time in a row with 2 down for Davidson.
Man.
So, Garvin Alston out of the dugout, the pitching coach for Minnesota. Six to 4, bases loaded, 2 out. Same situation in the 5th. Davidson grounded to 3rd on a 1-2 pitch from Barrios.
I think this first pitch is going to be critical in this at bat. Presley needs to get ahead of the hitter, but at the same time, you can't just groove one in there for Matt to launch one.
2 for 2, Davidson against Presley. 9 home runs this year for Davidson, trying to be the first to 10 on the team.
There's that high heater that they keep throwing. See, he has more giddy up on it than Odorizzi did last night. He was 91. This is about 96. It's tough to get up there.
0-1. Yeah, 96 to the edge.
Woo.
One more? You going breaking
I would
ball?
think so. Well, no, to me, I'd go high fastball up out of the zone. See if he can go fishing. You bounce a breaking ball, that could produce a run.
Oh, 2. Check swing. He went around. Strike 3. He did snap off the slider. Sox strand him loaded for the second time tonight. Back in 1999, I assume you were
Yes.
there, right?
I think so, yeah. I was there.
9th career leadoff home run to tie Rock's club record for Ray Durham.
Ray. Boy, he was fast, too.
Do you love watching him run?
Yeah, he was. I love watching him run.
Here's Soria out of the bullpen for the Sox, a 4.35 ERA. First one. Outside twice now. 2-0 on Adrianza. That 9th leadoff home run wasn't going to contain Ray Durham, though. 20 eventually in his White Sox career from the leadoff spot.
Wow. Yeah, Ray had power. Switch hitter. He hit a lead from both sides of the plate. He was a really good player. I think he was very underrated.
I think so, too.
At that time, yeah.
Could bat him 1, you could bat him 2, lower in the lineup.
Sure.
Just kind of went up there and swung it, right? I mean, he wasn't one of your.
Oh no, he wasn't
overthinkers.
No. He just. I think he looked fastball and just battled the pitcher. He was a great competitor.
3-1. helped him out 3-2 on Adrianza. He's the second A-Ray. His father also named A-Ray Adrianza. As we heard Chuck mention earlier, he is Ozzie Guillen's godson. Three-two. Left-hand side. Nicky's got a long run, and he is there. Oh, what a play.
Wow. He had a long way to travel. Great concentration, nice slide, and he did not get hurt, thank you. Wow.
Got on the brakes just in time.
He really wanted that one, didn't he? Man.
That was a long run.
Outstanding play.
A little more momentum, he'd have been in the stands with some cotton candy. Ball one on Castro, who was thrown out at the plate in the fourth. That's going to be a lengthy cleanup, I think.
You think? This might be bouncing around a little bit tonight.
The bedtime is Sunday at 2. Well, the Sox have had some chances tonight. Bases loaded, 2 down twice.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, but you know, like I said, you know, you got to get ahead of that Presley guy. He gets ahead of you. That's a tough at bat for Matt Davidson.
Castro caught in between 1 and 2. Yeah, Presley's got really good stuff.
Ooh. Got 2 outstanding pitches. I'm looking down at that Twins bullpen. They got a right-hander. Looks like warming up. I hope they get Presley out of there.
There's Matt Davidson, who's had a very nice season for the Sox. 9 home runs, 18 driven in. Twins bullpen, Trevor Hildenberger back up and going.
Let's see what Hildenberger has.
The Twins resident dirigible.
The dirigible? I was thinking about that. Yeah.
I don't know where I am in life if I showed more or less restraint than you did. 3-2. Oh, nice pitch.
Take a look at his last pitch. Well, it looked like a little cutter. Started outside. Castro gave up on it. He knew it. That had a lot of the plate. Backdoored him.
Now Ryan Lamar. You two have something in common.
2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. What else?
You're both Michiganders.
Oh.
He's from Jackson.
Okay.
Won a state football title in his high school career.
Well, he can run. I'll bet you he's a pretty good football player.
That's in there for a strike. Top of the zone. Not going to do much with that pitch.
High curveball.
You never played football, did you?
Yes. Can't you tell? Yeah. I played. I wish I wouldn't have.
Fullback.
Safety, thank you.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that will do it. 1, 2, 3 inning. Chuck Garfine's got an update, but he needs pizza first. We'll hear from Chuck. Cheese all over his face after this. for the Twins with the lead. We'll see if Chuck makes it back for the bottom of the 8th after his pizza foray. And the Twins go back into the bullpen for Trevor Hildenberger, whose name barely fits on his jersey. 4.05 ERA, 13 1/3, 12 hits. Thanks for joining us tonight, Jason Benetti, with former 9th-round Dolphins draft pick Tom Paciorek. I didn't know until tonight you got drafted by the Dolphins.
Oh, I did, yeah. They gave me an offer I could refuse. It's easy to refuse.
But you did.
Yeah, I did. Very easy.
Daniel Palka swings at the first pitch.
Oh, man, that was a nasty sinker right there. You see, Daniel's got that leg kick, and when he gets it down, gets that foot down in time, he's very dangerous. But the consistency, wow. Change up off of it.
It's no fun to look at.
No,
Drop
two
down.
tough pitches, yeah.
Oh, 2.
Oh, Lord.
Shanked it foul. Duck in the dugout. That's the batted ball, Palka.
Man.
Oh, 2. Upstairs, Daniel lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, and get it up there from that side winding angle at 93 miles an hour. Trace Thompson, yesterday's hero. Oh, man.
Off speed outside. 1 down. Just like we promised, it's time for the Miller Lite Hold True moment. And it's a guy coming up now. Leori Garcia with his first home run of the year. It cleared the wall and left. And Leori, who is very prone to some fun in the dugout, gets his freeze frame. We're building a reel for a sitcom, by the way. He gave us a little okay sign on the road trip.
Oh,
and now Abreu and Garcia starring in their own buddy cop movie. 1 out, Garcia the batter. And that is hard hit left side.
This guy's got to get a little bit more playing time. He just looks, every time I see him, like, you know, just enjoy watching him play. You can put him in, plug him in anywhere. Hit that ball hard.
Played center tonight. He's played second with Makata coming out. All right, Tim Anderson, the tying run now.
He's had a tough series so far.
Spins in a strike. See if Tim can get untracked here. He's 0 for 7 in the series. Garcia back.
Get through, nope.
Right side, Mauer, tough throw, and he did get it there.
Yeah, that was a tough throw because you're looking at the back of the slider. And you got to make a perfect one to the shortstop right there. So Joe Mauer, who's known to do that, a former catcher, kind of a half swing slap at the ball. And boy, that's a pretty close play at second. Leori hustling the whole way, but he's certainly out there. No chance to get Tim Anderson, so Narvaez gets a chance.
By the way, Albert Pujols, a hit away from 3,000, just walked on a 10-pitch sequence against Mike Leake. So still on $29.99.
They're not at home though, are they? Are they?
They're on the road in Seattle.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad he didn't.
You know, the Twins skipper is part of a milestone. He has 33.19. His 3,000th. He was the first player ever to hit 3,000 on a triple.
No kidding.
Paul Molitor.
Well, he got a lot of triples. I know that because he could fly.
He could hammer the gaps, too.
Oh, man. He had power, speed, everything.
It's an easy steal for Tim Anderson. So the Sox down 2, have a runner in scoring position with 2 out in the 8th.
Tough pitch to throw on right here. Got a great jump down and in, and Castro knows he can't throw him out.
Number 10 for Tim, who had 10 his rookie season, 15 last year, and 10 already, and we're not through the first week of May. Popped it up. Adrianza, and we will go to the 9th. Sox have had some opportunities tonight, haven't cashed in. 6-4. Restaurants, fine dining while enjoying a breathtaking view of Guaranteed Rate Field from the Huntington Bank Stadium Club. Memberships are available to season ticket holders and are also perfect for non-game day events, including weddings and corporate parties. For more information, 312-674-1000. And a new pitcher for the Sox, Chris Beck, on to face the top of the order. He goes by Bubba, Wimpy.
Interesting. I know a lot of Bubbas down south.
He'll face Mauer first, then Dozier and Kepler. How is Georgia this time of year?
Well, it's been beautiful, 80 degrees. Yeah, little kind of rainy winter.
You got a first place ball club down there right now. How about Atlanta?
19 and 11, yeah. They got the 3 youngest players in the league, in major leagues, at 20 years old, and they're good players, all 3 of them.
It's one of those years you hope to look at the schedule and have the NL East. I'd love to see those guys in person.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that'd be fun. They're fun to watch. They got a pretty good lineup. The young pitchers, you know, they stockpiled a lot like the White Sox in the minor leagues. I think they're quite similar in that respect.
In the air, right center field, and over the head of Palka. Daniel looked like he had it lined up, and Mauer gets 2 bases out of it.
He didn't quite get all of this. The pitch was down and in, as you can see. No, he was there. Might have been backpedaling a little bit, so that ball kind of moves on you. You've got to be sideways when you're catching that.
How does it look different as a fielder when you're sideways?
When you're as a fielder, if you're on your heels, the ball kind of moves on you, you know, and if you're backpedaling, it will be on your heels. So sideways is the only way to go after that.
It's a breaking ball for a strike to Brian Dozier. I want to clarify, Dozier and Killebrew, the first guys with single seasons over 35, so 36 or more in Twins history. Nobody else had more than 35 in a single season, and he is a breaking ball festival right now. Last two at bats, he's not seen much in the way of fastballs at all. Well, the Sox in the home ninth will have the top of the order. Engel, Sanchez, and Abreu coming up. Engel in the spot previously occupied by Moncada, who went out with a left hamstring injury early in this one. This is a long way to go for Adam in center, and he does get there. Boy, can he span a lot of ground in center field.
Boy, he really did have a long run on that one. I didn't think he was going to make it there. Sometimes those shifts, you know, when you're way over in left center field, that ball's sitting right center, you split that defense. That nickel package sometimes doesn't work. He's fast, though. He's got great speed. Well, one bullet dodged.
And the thumbs up from Adam, who got kicked in the head yesterday. Oh, that is a massive rip from Kepler.
Yeah.
It's a big run at second base.
Oh, big. It's really huge. Yeah, you got to. It'd be tough to get 3 in the bottom of this inning. Twins have 12 hits on the night. Sox with 9.
Ball and a strike to the German-born right fielder Kepler. Off speed away, 2-1. Your guy, Wimpy.
There he is, I'll tell you. I hope Rodney shows up for the 9th inning and not Fernando.
You want the guy who can't get no respect.
Right. No respect.
It's not marvelous.
I'll tell you.
Two and 1. Off speed outside again, 3-1 on Kepler. Bauer at second. 3-1. Upstairs. We were talking about Paul Molitor, the skipper for the Minnesota Twins. Spent time with the Brewers and the Twins and the Blue Jays. And here is number 3,000. It was in Kansas City, September of 1996, and it was gap-worthy in a big way.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him booking around the ball.
Oh, he could fly. And that's a good triples part, too, though. And that suited Molly very well. Yeah, he could play at any field, though. At County Stadium. I mean, you know, just anyway, just a great hitter. He and Robin Yount were really fun. Fun to play against, too. Along with Cecil Cooper. Ben Ogilvy. What a team they had. Man. If they had a little bit more pitching, they could have won a lot of championships with that lineup.
St. Paul kid made good.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Molitor.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. Big hacks this inning from the Twins. Rosario can't believe he didn't hit that ball.
Yeah. You know, you're right. He thought he went right through that one. He looked like he had a time. He was up a little bit. Thank goodness.
In orbit. Into center field. Angle for out number 2.
There's been some high pop-ups in this game, haven't there?
Yeah, I mean,
just getting underneath them and just straight up in the air.
You know, we showed, maybe it's because we showed the pop-up in the Metrodome earlier, the Kingman ball that ended up in the drainage hole.
Kingman. Dave Kingman, boy, he had big power, I'll tell you, though. He could as high as anyone.
Better dome to play in, the King Dome or the Metrodome?
I like the King Dome.
Did you?
A lot of people call it the
first
King.
you said that.
Of course, that was my home team, though. I think I liked Seattle better than, no offense to Minneapolis, but I like the city of Seattle a little bit better.
What were you saying? That a lot of people called it the King what?
King County Morgue. Yeah, we didn't draw real good back then. We used to do promotions at Safeway, the grocery store, and they used to put us in frozen foods. It was tough, I'll tell you. It was tough.
Oh, he's coming in the bottom of the ninth. Ball and a strike on Escobar, who's been on base 4 times tonight.
Oof. This guy's a real pain. He's the kind of guy you really want on your team, isn't he?
Yeah. And he was.
Well,
but back in the day.
Back in the day, he wasn't the player he is today, certainly. I don't think.
One and one to Escobar. It is interesting comparing and contrasting as the bat goes flying. Yolmer Sanchez and Eduardo Escobar, because there are some similarities there in terms of what they bring to the clubhouse. They wear the same jersey number, plug them in anywhere on the infield.
Yeah. And you know, the more you watch those two guys, the more you like them. And to me that's the one of the highest compliments you can give a player.
One and two. He got him for strike 3. Did you say something about doing commercials in Seattle?
Oh boy.
I'm here to invite you to come out to the King Dome. Hi, this is Ed Sullivan, inviting all you fans in the greater Seattle area. This is Jimmy Stewart.
In our couch cushions.
Tom hits well.
Sunday, NBC Sports Chicago, a special reunion. Hawk and Wimpy back together once again. They've got some great footage. You see some of it there. Some great entertaining stuff coming on Sunday.
Was that the hawk walk he was doing right there?
I think it was a hawk walk.
I think so, yeah.
Coverage starts at 12:30 Sunday, and then you guys have the call at 1. White Sox Twins Series presented by Explore Minnesota Tourism, and your guys in, Wimpy.
Oh, there he is, I'll tell you. You know, we don't want to see Fernando because he pitches marvelous. Now, Rodney, on the other hand, hey, that's the guy we want. I do not want to see that arrow shooting thing going on.
I have to tell you, it is so entertaining doing a game with you.
Thank you.
I enjoy the heck out of myself. And let's get a rally.
Yes, sir. 3. Come on.
Angle, Sanchez, Abreu here in the 9th. He is a changeup factory. Fernando Rodney.
Yeah.
One ball, one strike. Hildenberger, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Rodney, the well-traveled right-hander. Adam to left and foul.
Boy, he has been around. Last year was Tampa Bay.
Arizona, Angels, Tigers, Rays, Mariners, Cubs, Padres, Marlins.
Wow.
I get all 9 there.
I think you did, yeah.
Made his major league debut in 1999. Sox have gotten him for a 4.32 ERA career. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A little slider right there to go along with his fastball and changeup. Changeup is his go-to pitch, but he's got to get ahead of the hitter to maximize the effect of that.
Two and 2. Just over our heads.
Wow.
I have to say,
how many have you gotten? How many have been in the booth so far?
We got, I think it was last year, we got 2 within like a week, and 1 made a pretty big dent behind the curtain here. Pay no attention to the dent behind the curtain.
Okay.
2-2. Second base, Dozier flips angle. So, can the Sox recreate what we saw last night in the 9th? Trace Thompson against Addison Reed with the walk-off shot at 109 miles an hour. We tried to get StatCast on the water dump by Yomer on himself, but the water shorted it out. By the way, Trace Thompson threw his helmet into the pile and hit Yomer. Yomer showed me before the game he has a scratch on his side there from Trace's celebration.
An exciting moment. Oh, Yomer's having quite a day. He's got 3 for 4. Well, he's having a heck of a year. 17 RBIs. Needs to get on for Abreu.
There is Trace, who's still available in this game tonight. He's not been used. All it takes is 1 runner and 1 swing.
Yep. Well, Rodney's fastball is pretty straight. You can get him in a fastball situation. You should be able. You could do some damage. When he throws that nasty changeup, though, that's when he is most effective.
0-2. Came in at 95.
Ooh.
Ramping it up a little bit. Oh, 2. Oh, that was a good pitch, Wimpy.
Ooh, yes, it was. Got a little lucky there. High heat. Well, these Minnesota pitchers like to throw high fastballs, don't they? And that looked like it may have caught the strike zone. Oh,
there's the off speed.
There it is. See, the location wasn't all that good, but the speed. That was at least 10 miles an hour off of his fastball. Look at that. Great arm action right there and late movement down and away. And Yomer's, you know, he's trying to wait back, not to stride, but it's very hard when this guy is on his A game. When he's Fernando.
He's verging on marvelous right now. I gotta stop that. Abreu.
Wow.
Called strike.
Ooh, that was inside. He couldn't have done anything with that pitch.
Sox down to their final out tonight. 0-1. On the ground. Dozier. Game over. There's Guerrero.
I know. I'm not looking.
Evil Cupid.
Well, we gotta get him tomorrow. Sox battled back. Twins just got the homers, the 12 hits, 6 runs. It's tough to overcome that. Sox did battle though.
6-4 your final. Twins get the victory and they've split the first 2. Sox and Twins again tomorrow. 6:10 first pitch. Wimpy, thanks as always.
Thanks, Jace. I enjoyed it except for the outcome.
I agree.
We'll get them tomorrow.
That's right. We'll
Come
give
on.
them a heck. So we say goodnight for our producer, Keon Dolachagi, our director, Jim Angio, associate producer, Dave Ross, tech manager, Mark Harper, our executive producer, Greg Bowman, and our entire NBC Sports crew. For Chuck Garfine and Tom Pajorik, I'm Jason Benetti saying so long from Guaranteed Rate Field. Coming up next, Subaru White Sox post-game live. Chuck and Bill are in the booth, ready and raring to go. They'll have it for you next. You've been watching Chicago White Sox baseball on NBC Sports Chicago. Good night.